Yes, it is. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lone Officer Breakfast Club. It is Thursday, January 8th, Elvis Presley's birthday, by the way, in case you didn't know. Yeah, that's right. We're going to get started right about now. That's right. Elvis Presley's birthday and Brian Stevens from the National Real Estate Post. It's his birthday as well. That's the only reason I know that, because his birthday is on the same day as Elvis Presley, and I didn't know either birthday, but when he said that, it stuck with me. So now I know Brian and Elvis, same day. All right. Oh, there, Yumi. It's also my youngest son's birthday today. Okay, congratulations. Happy birthday to your youngest son. That's fantastic.
So, Frank, one of the towns I grew up in when I was a kid is called Collingwood, Ontario, and they actually have an Elvis festival where on the weekend everybody dresses up as Elvis.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, it's like thousands of people come to this town dressed as Elvis, and there's Elvis impersonators everywhere, and it's just like so you said Elvis and I didn't know why I twitched a little bit, and then I remembered, oh yeah, my childhood.
I mean, what prompted the whole town to do that? What's the connection there? What is it? Do you have any idea?
Something in the water, maybe. I don't
know. Wow, what a trip.
Yeah.
What a trip. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a Bible verse in the chat today.
That's better.
Are they having the famous fried chicken, peanut butter, and pickle sandwich?
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They do all of it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, unbelievable. And people have so much fun while they're there and doing it. It's great to watch.
So thoughts on Elvis Presley real quick. A fan, Carl?
Look, I'm a fan of almost anybody that achieves greatness ethically, morally.
Well, I'm talking about his music. You know?
Oh, dude, he was. Does it fit today? No, and frankly, probably neither does the Beatles, right?
Yeah,
but
right.
Cutting edge, brilliant man, and a fantastic marketer. You know, fantastic marketer. I mean, his music was good. I don't know if I would call it earth-shattering, but it's kind of like I often think I saw a thing with Gene Simmons the other day, Kiss.
Yeah,
their music was, it was good, but their marketing made it iconic.
Right. And that's what it was with Elvis though too, because he was like the gyrating, handsome guy, kind of
and the outfits
and everything kind of really
the rings
in the music.
The Cadillacs. I mean, he was bigger than life. He knew how to market. Like
he really
I think
was.
A modern day, probably epic story of that, Snoop Dogg. Just his music, it's okay. His marketing, top notch.
I could not tell you a song that Snoop Dogg does.
Yeah, but but everybody knows who he is.
Yeah, everybody knows who he is.
I'd have dinner with him for sure.
Yeah.
I might pass on the after dinner festivities, but the dinner itself, I'd be all in for sure.
That might be the before, during, and after activity.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, my wife's a huge Elvis fan. Last Christmas, I bought her some Elvis stuff. In fact, we have an Elvis clock hanging up.
Hey, by the way, Snoop Dogg has infant like books and stuff for infants.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For my little grandson, we saw this Snoop Dogg little kind of book made of like a soft plastic or something. I said, I just don't. I love Snoop Dogg, I do, but I don't think I'm going to introduce my grandson to him just yet. Just give that a little bit of time. So.
They take a liking to him and dig a little deeper and find out who is this guy.
So the lovely Mrs. Gray, she digs Elvis, huh?
She loves Elvis, dude. Like if she gets in the kitchen and starts cooking, which is super cool. I love her. She's quite the baker, right? She loves to bake, But dude, there's Elvis blaring.
Yeah,
blaring. Yeah, Elvis blaring.
I have to say, I did enjoy watching his movies from time to time. Obviously, they're very cheesy, but they were they were entertaining,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and kind of a neat story though. They had to join the service and did all that, and then came out and resumed career or whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't he have to do that? He had to join the army midstream or something.
And the man loved his mama. He loved his mama.
Yeah.
In fact, that was his first song, right? It was about his mother.
I have no idea.
Yeah, his very first song was "That's Okay, Mama."
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay,
cool.
Anyway,
well, there you go. A little Elvis history on Elvis's.
So Monica says she has an emotional support Snoop Dogg doll in her office, and it it doubles as a bong, just by the way.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
So, if you're really feeling down, just, use it for its intended purpose.
Yeah, that's some serious emotional support. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Well, I tell you what, guys. Carl, so everybody, hey, how did it go yesterday on the business planning webinar? Everybody did well? If you were there, let us know what you thought.
I think we pulled it off.
Yeah, pulled it off.
I think we pulled it off. Yeah, it was. Normally it's like about a two-hour thing, in person. But I think we pulled it off. I think the take-home message is write down the things that you want to do, like five or six of them, and then after writing them down, pick the one that you think will move the needle the most. You can do the other four later, but we're going to focus on the one just now. Build one bridge at a time, kind of thing. And then once you pick that one thing, pick the different activities to make that one thing happen. And then of those activities, pick one of those activities. So like if I'm going to meet with referral partners, just say, I can say, well, I want to do open houses. I want to go to the Realtor Association. I want to teach classes, and I'm going to do this. And they're all good things, all of them. Just don't do all of them. Pick one. So pick one goal, one activity, and then map out that one activity.
That is
cool.
Do
that. And that's it.
That's a neat way to do it, man. It just really takes care of
you don't get overwhelmed, because otherwise, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I start doing all this stuff.
That's me. Yeah, I'm that guy. So
I get nothing done. Yeah,
thanks
one
to
thing
you.
at a time.
Yeah, thanks to you, Carl. I've been really focusing down on just the one eye. Okay, so look, everybody's saying they had a great time. We do have a couple minutes. We have Kevin Gillespie in the house, by the way. He's going to help us with some.
Speaking of Elvis.
Speaking of Elvis, yeah, he's going to help us with some call
and
Reluctance.
Snoop Dogg.
But before we get started, just so many people, if someone raise their hand, say what their takeaway, their number one takeaway was from yesterday, from the webinar that Carl put on. If you were at the webinar,
or what was your one goal and your one activity?
There you go. One goal, one activity. What is it? Somebody should go ahead and share who's willing. And awkward silence is okay.
Sure.
I get paid either way.
Yumi.
Go ahead, Yumi, go.
The one goal is to get more referral partners, and the one activity is just really blocking out the DSP call time.
Okay.
Just that simple.
That's a pretty good one.
Just
pretty good
simple.
one. Great. Thanks, Yumi. Let's take one more. Jim.
Yeah. I decided I need to do more VA education classes once a month. So that's my goal, to get in with realtors and let them know I'm the authority, so to speak.
Okay. All right.
I like that. That's a good one, Jim.
Cool, man. Right on, Jim. All right, cool.
Ashley says in the chat that she loved it so much she's here today.
Nice.
Oh, awesome. Good to see you, my friend.
What? Oh, good. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
That's step one. Step two is holding your credit card up to the camera.
But we're serious, Ashley. No, we're not.
We're just being serious.
Okay, cool. So, hey, before we bring Kevin up to help us with some call reluctance, just real quick, Kelly Dutton, how are you?
I'm great.
Kelly Dutton with One Click Commercial. Just to remind you guys, if you come across commercial stuff, oddball, weird stuff that you just don't have a place to send it, Kelly can help. She does all the weird stuff. I mean, look at her. Doesn't she look like she would just tackle anything that came her way? And she does.
Are you saying if I want to get weird, I need to call Kelly?
If you want to get weird in business, you call Kelly Dutton.
As I used to be.
But commercial stuff. Carl, she's got a big old pipeline she's closing right now. It's absolutely wonderful. She's helping a lot of our peeps. And so it's workwithonclick.com. If you got anything commercial, anything kind of out of the box that you can't fund with your own company or anything like that, you can route it through Kelly, and
there's a lot of out of the box opportunities.
Right?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's workwithonclick.com. Maybe Jenny could throw that link in there. Workwithonclick.com. If you got anything you need to run past Kelly, just go to that link, put your info in. She'll reach out to you right away.
I do a shout out real quick.
Yeah.
Paperwork. If I could get your paperwork or an introduction to your customers, there's people that are coming back from 11/22, October 30th, when you first met me. If I could just get the paperwork in, these people already have there's interest. The lenders are interested in you. So paperwork.
So there you go. If you started something previously and it kind of tapered off because the holidays come up, and that kind of happens with commercial stuff, you know what I mean? But now people are coming back. You need to revive something, revive it. Anything you started with Kelly in the past, look to revive it because she's getting they're called LOIs, Carl, in the commercial world, letters of intent or interest that get sent out. Yeah, so they get LOIs are being issued. Lenders are interested, so go for it. Work with oneclick.com. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. All right, well, now let's get to Mr. Kevin Gillespie, who's going to help us from Call Reluctance. Thank goodness you're here, because we're all getting started this year, Kevin. We know it's about making phone calls. It always is. Even though we're charged up and we really want to get this going, sometimes, we all get that kind of just feeling a little reluctant.
But Frank, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I've gotten from Kevin.
What have you got?
I've gotten a lot of stuff from Kevin. One of the things
the doctor said it'll clear up.
I know. There's an ointment for that.
One thing I got from him was
for it. Yeah.
I got some penicillin from him. The one thing that I've gotten from Kevin is, we talk about call reluctance, but it's not just about the phone calls. That's actually I'm not going to say it's a small part, but it's just a part of it, because it's also like the call reluctance stuff. It's the same principles for going to the Realtors Association and tapping somebody on the shoulder, offering to teach a class, showing up at an open house and being able to have a conversation with them. So it's not just call reluctance, it's conversation reluctance.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. So that's and including, at least for me, on some of the stuff I learned from him, like on video, just like conversation reluctance, I think would be, we say call reluctance because everybody knows what that is, but it's really conversation reluctance or communication reluctance even. Yeah. So anyway.
Good point. Yeah. Anyway, help us fix it, Kevin.
Hey, well, thanks guys. And thanks for the warm welcome. It's always great to be with y'all. Good to see all my good friends, but 2026 is going to be an awesome year. They're projecting slight growth, but I think for the people working it, the loan officers who work it like a business, literally you can double and triple your business this year. We got several things going on, oil from Venezuela, inflation coming down, a new Fed chair, rates will tick down, so refis will pick up. Volume for agents is starting to pick up. I went to lunch. Katie, you missed out. Katie White, I'm talking to you because one of my friends who's an agent was with us, and she had 40 people at an open house in 2 hours on Saturday.
Wow, no kidding.
And I'm hearing this again and again with everybody we're coaching in Leadership Academy. But the real key is, as Carl said, if you don't overcome the call reluctance, your hesitation to ask for more business, you're wanting to get out and talk to people and network and grow relationships. I hear all the time from loan officers, well, I don't want to be disturbing others, or, I don't want to sound too needy or too salesy. I don't know that I'm adding value. I've got this fear of rejection, fear of failure, and the list goes on. We've surveyed it and got about 90 different responses, but it's all boils down to our belief system and our brains trying to protect us. And so that's why those hesitations come up. So how do you rewire your thinking and reduce that resistance you have? Because what would happen if you absolutely made the calls that we talked about? We see people as they overcome from call reluctance. We got example after example. Higher call volume, least resistance and least stress in your business. They're more confident to communicate. You come across with more authority, and you got more fulfillment, and you build financial security. If you want to make money this year, you got to overcome your call reluctance, whether you do it with us or you do it with some other way. But we teach 26 different techniques, and I'll share a couple with us right now. If that's okay, Frank.
Yeah.
One thing, if you're getting ready to make calls, here's the easiest thing you can do. You sit down for your 2-hour call block and you break it into 15-minute segments. And the reason you do that, you don't go to the gym and lift weights straight for 2 hours. You do a set, you take a rest. You do a set, you take a rest. Well, there isn't anybody on this call this morning that can't break things down and make calls for 15 minutes. And the way we train is we give you all these different exercises to kind of get your head right and remove all the fear. So it's even closer to 13 minutes because you do the exercise, you get your head right, you jump in there and you do it. You take a rest, another 15 minutes. And before you know it, the 2 hours is up. But there isn't anybody. So that's one of the things I want you to do. I hope anybody got any questions on that before I move on?
Any questions before?
That's an easy one. Again, we got 26 of them. We use hypnosis, and we use how do you build your own alter ego? How do you gamify the sessions? Better ways to influence people. Let me give you one other thing. This one's easier said than done.
Someone did ask, how long is the rest?
About 3 minutes, and don't go into your email. Do not get on social media.
Oh, okay.
You get up and
that's
walk
a good
around.
point. Yeah, the rest doesn't mean divert.
I really kind of learned that from Carl. Carl told me just take a break, get up and walk around. Carl, doesn't that make sense to you?
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You gotta. Well, it's like boxing. There's 3-minute rounds, and then you go in the corner and take a break. I don't think 3 minutes is long enough, but I like your 15-minute thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeff Morgan's got his hand up.
Go for it.
Hey, a quick question. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay.
On those 2-hour calls, I started using the auto dialer, which is awesome, and really made me get through a lot of calls. But with that, when I'm taking notes or trying to book an appointment, setting it in the calendar, there's kind of that downtime. And I guess I just hit pause or something like that. I don't know, as far as that 15-minute breaks, how you utilize that to get through your calls and then record that information you're taking and booking those, appointments.
Well, you're bringing up a good point, Jeff, because you can, on your auto dialer, you should be able to hit pause and record anything you want, or take your 1 or 2 minute break and then start again. What a lot of people do is, and we hear this in the call reluctance class, is, well, I'm spending a lot of time researching this person, right? And they're getting ready to get ready is one of the issues of call reluctance, because I don't. So they do that, or I want to get all these notes, and so they take their 2 hours. They're spending an hour and a half of it with research and writing stuff down. You got to make your calls, do your notes afterwards. Just jot down a couple words and you keep going, right? But you should be able to hit pause pretty easy. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, but Kevin, just for complete clarity, on the power dial that we use, every time they put it on pause, it gives a little electric jolt to their seat. So
Chris is
part of that accountability that we're talking about. So just clarifying here. So
Greg's got his hand up too.
This might be a question that Chris can answer as well, but is there any AI tool I use a dialer as well. Is there any AI tool that will take notes of the conversation so we can just push through the calls and not worry about writing things down?
Yes.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
You can use Fathom on Zoom if you're on Zoom doing the calls, or Plaud. PL is the one. There's several of these out there. The one I use is called Plaud, PLAUD. It will record your phone conversations and then submit it into AI and record it. It's about $120 for the recorder.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
And Greg, if you have transcriptions turned on inside the CRM, it literally transcribes the call for you right in the call notes, and you can then take and copy and paste those.
Of course, it's
right into ChatGPT. All right. Thank you.
No
Chris,
problem.
you can automatically have that sent from the loan officer CRM transcript into the notes. You can make workflow for that.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, Amanda.
Even better.
Dang.
Now, this next tip is somewhat easy to do, but it takes a little practice. And it's summarized as you got to disconnect from their answer. And the reason that is, when you're dialing and you're getting call reluctance, folks, what we're doing is we're labeling. We tend to label, well, what if? Or what if they reject me? Or what if, and so we have these labels, and these labels is what creates your fear in your mind. And we show you in our class how to eliminate all that. But if you can, when you're getting ready to make your calls, say, It just doesn't matter what they say. I disconnect from the answer. I'm committed to making my calls. And because if you make 10 calls, you're going to, and talk to 10 people, you make 30 dials, you talk to 10, you're going to get 2 people probably to say yes, if not more. And so, but you got to disconnect. They can say yes. They can say, I've got a loan for you. They can say no. They can say, don't call me anymore. And it doesn't matter what the answer is. And I once heard Jim Carrey talk about how he doesn't read his reviews and press clippings and stuff, because he said, my ego that will get all excited about the positive ones is the same ego that will run me into the ground, and I'll pull back. So again, don't listen to what they say. I mean, you know what I mean. Listen to what they say, obviously, but disconnect from whatever they say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect your worth as a person. It doesn't affect how many people love you. You're just going in to make the next call. And we've got, again, 26 strategies. And if anybody's interested, we're going to do a boot camp. It's a 5-week boot camp starting January 22nd. It's going to be on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. It is a one-time investment of $997. If you're a Freedom Club member, you get it for $797, and it's 100% guaranteed, right? So if you got 3 loans a month from overcoming your call reluctance, you're probably going to make about an extra 10 grand a month. So it's like a 900% a month return for the investment, but it's also fully guaranteed. Take the full course. And if you don't like, and by the way, there's some of you who are on here that did this with us last year, you get to repeat it for free. Of course, we always want to give more value, 10 times more value than what you pay. So,
is this the 5-week one, Kevin, where we all go to Joshua Tree and wear togas and?
Yeah, it's a fun time.
And if you the money back guarantee, just call Chris Johnstone's team, and they'll be happy to refund.
And so, if you're interested, just put your email into the chat. Diane's going to get me a link for next time, but we've got several recommendations I can send to people. I've got some slides that Jen, I sent to you and Kristen. Or guys, go to www.profitdrivenplan.com to sign up. But we'd love to help you. Is anybody on the call that took the class before that hopefully enjoyed it and got a lot out of it?
Brian Clemens is in the chat saying 110% worth it. I don't know if he can unmute.
So hey, Jen, we need to bill Brian that extra 10%.
Gotcha.
So he said it's worth 110%. He only paid 100%. So
yeah,
if we could get that extra 10%,
yeah, absolutely. It was a definite 110%. I learned so much from that. It helped me make more phone calls. I'm actually on my way to a realtor meeting now. So it's really helped me grow in my business and make those calls. 110%. Sign up for that class. It's well worth it.
Good for you, Brian.
Thanks,
Hey,
Brian.
what are you going to talk about at
Good
the
to hear
realtor
you.
meeting? What are you going to talk about at the realtor meeting today?
I'm going to frog them.
My man.
Gonna frog them. Hey, and I know you got something to say. I don't want to miss this question though, because I think it's a good question. If we're making the calls, and this was Martin, basically saying, man, when I start having a conversation with these agents, when I get them on the phone, it's like 15 to 20 minutes, right? Which is just a long time, So what's the advice there?
So say that again. I was reading something. I apologize.
No, he says I spend 15 to 20 minutes per person, right? I think what he's saying, Martin, if you want to unmute and just clarify, are you saying that it's just when are you struggling with keeping the conversation super short so you can get through more calls? Is that what you're saying?
No, I am spending 15, 20 minutes researching each person, so it lets me know exactly what to say to open up that line of communication so they don't just write me off like every other mortgage guy.
Okay.
And so I have a high closing rate, but it's just taking me too long to research.
Hey, Martin, I got some
great thing. Yeah, go ahead, Carl.
I got some breaking news for you.
Hey, just as a reminder, if you're enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube, you can catch our live shows. The live shows are really cool because there's oftentimes downloads and giveaways. It's really, really fun. To subscribe, you simply go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. That's loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. Subscribe and join us on our live shows. They're 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Hope to see you there.
You would not have to know everything about them to have that same level of conversation. That's all in your, and I hear you, brother, because I used to do the same thing. Yeah. It's all in our head that I got to know everything. I got to know everything. Go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, if you've got a good conversion rate, what would happen to your business if you contacted 3 or 4 times as many people in the same time block? Because what you're going to find is just exactly what Carl says. And we give you all these scripts, and we really give tips on how to influence people, how to talk to, like, there's 6 things that really, if you talk to people and whatever influences them the most, will really help your conversion. But if you can talk to twice, 3 times as many people, your business is going to go up. And then the ones that you connect with, do the research afterwards for your next conversation with them. But it'll save you tons of time, and you'll hit 3 times as many people. I hope that makes sense.
That's a great way to do it. Yeah, just get the appointment, and then before the appointment, do the review. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, because one thing I found, Martin, is that you made a statement, and I hear you, brother. You made a statement saying they're not going to blow me off like every other loan officer. First of all, every other loan officer is not calling. Every other loan officer is busy making themselves look like Superman on AI, or let me get this TikTok video up. They're not calling. That's a voice that goes in our head that's not true. So you're one of the few that's actually doing it, which is why it's only few have epic success in this business, percentage-wise, which is absolutely true. Only 3%, I think it was 3% of loan officers close 4 loans or more per month. 3%. So don't, and I tell myself this, Carl, don't be part of the 97%, be part of the 3%. They're not calling. And so, and the other issue that Kevin's helped me with is I'll have one person blow me off, and then I start saying things. Oh, Kevin, they all blew me off today. No, it was one. And words like everybody, all of them, all the time, never. Those are massive words that just simply aren't true. It's my head making 1 or 2 or 3, everybody. And it's just simply not the case. Yeah, I find with the right scripts that Kevin helps us with, that you could give me a phone number and I could call that person. I could have a very meaningful conversation with them, knowing nothing about their business other than they're qualified. And so you're likely over preparing for something that you don't need to over prepare for, because your ability to take action is your. It's not that you know everything about them. It's that you're taking action. That's your secret sauce, my brother. As long as you know what their production is.
Thank you.
So Marty, by the way, and several people, thank you for all the very kind words about the course. Again, you get it free. Marty, I owe you $20 for what you said. Thank you.
No, she charges way more than $20 to get her opinion on something.
I tell you what, it's worth it. Yeah. So
you are correct on that. I need 20 times 10 this time.
Yeah.
I'm driving. Sorry, guys.
Good deal. Good deal. But again, yeah, if you're interested, shoot us an email or put your email in here, or go to www.profitdrivenplan.com. We'd love to have you in the class, and you got no risk, fully guaranteed. So,
awesome
any other
stuff.
Questions, thoughts? I hope that was helpful, Frank.
It was great, man. And before we move on, we're at a point here where I just want to make sure everybody knows what we're doing tomorrow real quick. Chris Johnstone's with us on the call. Chris, what's tomorrow for you?
So tomorrow we're going to talk about marketing to unqualified agents. I've been talking to a lot of people that had a pretty decent amount of volume from unqualified agents. So I'm going to give away an AI script that uses deep research mode to create a newsletter for you every Friday and just deliver it to you. And then how to take that, find all the unqualified agents in your market, and send out a newsletter every week to the agents in your market, but power the whole thing with AI.
Chris, is that kind of a high tech, high touch, low time strategy?
Exactly.
That's a great idea. Hey, just FYI, and I know I've said it here probably a dozen times. Last year, and this is a number off the top of my head, but I believe it. I believe this is the number. I think it was 51 or 53% of all the loans we got was from unqualified agents.
That's shocking.
But it was literally, in our case, literally thousands of them.
Right.
And it was way less than that was responsible for the other half. But your point being, if we didn't market through those unqualified agents, in some sort of automated form, we'd have lost half of our loans for the year, which is thousands, in our case, thousands and thousands of loans.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's a great strategy.
Yeah, hard to fit them in the DSP because
they don't belong there.
Doing one or two.
Yeah, they don't belong there.
Perfect strategy for the other side of things, and so I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
great topic.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Jay said I originated 40 loans last year and had 33 different referral agents. So point in case.
Yeah. So good stuff. Wow, man. All right. Well, cool. What a great day. Thanks, Kevin. We super appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, friend. Thanks.
Always fun to have on the show. Always fun. Good stuff, man. Well, golly, I think we're about there for today.
We need a pondering question.
A pondering question. Pondering question.
Hey, in the chat, put a pondering question.
What's up? Yeah, something we could ponder.
Something we can ponder. My best pondering
Yeah.
is, and we talk about this all the time, how can I yay without boo? How can I blank without blank? So put in some pondering question. How can I something I want without something I don't want? Come on, put them in there. Put them in.
Hey, Carl, Frank, can I make one other real 30-second announcement?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also on the 22nd, we don't have the link yet. Again, just go to profitdrivenplanning.com or put your name in the email. If you're a manager, Carl and I are doing a webinar on the 22nd from, I think it's at noon Eastern, and it's going to be 1 hour for managers. If you want to make 7 digits a year, we got several to do. What are the key systems you need to have and how to quickly get them integrated into your branch or your operation? So and it's free. So you'd be welcome to join us for that too.
Kevin's not charging, but so let's call it half price.
Right on. All right. Well, good stuff, man. Good stuff coming up. Always a pleasure to have everybody here.
How can I create a white glove process to get more referrals from current clients without adding much more work? Ooh.
It's a good pondering question.
It's a great pondering question. How can I master my script calls and leave the fear behind? Another good pondering question. I think introducing these pondering questions in our head, like for me, it's first thing in the morning. I'll grab a question and then I think about it for like a minute or two, and then I don't. And then I just find like I'm walking to the teapot to make tea, and I go, oh yeah, that question. And the brain is just like, it's working in the background.
In the background? Yeah.
In the background. It's amazing when you ask, like, and not to say I can't blank because blank. Well, there's your answer. But how can I yay without boo? And it's amazing what the brain comes up with.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wonderful stuff. Yeah, someone's asking, oh, I see you addressed it, Kristen. Yeah, Chris is tomorrow here on Loan Officer Breakfast Club. They're asking how can they be a part of that show. So, all right, that will be right here on the Loan Officer Breakfast Club tomorrow. Kevin Gillespie, everybody. Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure. Love having you here. Definitely get in on the Call Reluctance class when you can. Trust me, Joshua Tree is great in a toga. It's going to be super fun. And yeah, so I think we'll go ahead and kick it off for the day.
What is yay without boo? How do I something I want? How do I look as sharp as Robin Johnson is without being on the treadmill all day long? Right? Something that, I don't know, just given how can I something I want without something I don't like doing? Like, how can I or a star might say, how can I be famous without getting mobbed every time I go to the grocery store? Just how do I something I want without something that I don't want? So how do I
make $1 million without working more?
Great question.
Good pondering question.
Yeah.
There's an answer for it.
Well, I'll give you a partial answer to that just real quick. Leverage.
I was just going to say, I was like, Carl's going to say for every how, there's a who. I know he's going to.
Leverage.
Yeah.
Leverage. Wow. So much good stuff here at Loan Officer Breakfast Club every day, which is why we want you to come back tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and always wherever you
for members, make sure you're on today's class. We're going over the new tracking form, which is going to be real important. And so make sure you're on the Thursday class. It'll be a good use of your time.
Awesome. All right, guys. Adios. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day, everybody.
2 o'clock.